Okay, so this was yesterday's morning message. I'm going to take this off. I don't really need it over here because it's not going to fall. I'm going to just read it to you and show you some of the chunks that we found. Dear Smarties, today is Monday and it is sunny outside. Love, Mrs. Smolak. We found our punctuation marks, a comma, which reminds us to pause. We also found a period, which is a stopper period, and it tells us to, and what else? Stop, and don't forget the uppercase next. And so we looked to see, and we didn't forget our uppercase. At the end of our closing, we have another comma, which tells us to pause. And there's one more punctuation mark in here. It's in my name. It is not a stopper period. It's an abbreviation period. And it tells us that it's taken a big word and made it little and put the period at the end of it. Also, we found when two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking and the second one is silent. We found AR says R, IES says ease, AY says A like an apron. We found two of those. We found a CVC here, sun. We don't say na when we come to two consonants that are the same. And the Y at the end of a big word says E, not I. OU says ow, like in ouch. And this says outside. There's that bossy E that jumps over and tells the vowel to say its long sound. Popcorn words were dear, to, is, and, it, is, and love. And our blends were sma, sma, sma. So let's go ahead and do today's. And oh, the blue ones. I always like the blue ones. I think even the yellow shows up on these. Okay, so here we go. I will start like I always do with Dear Smarties, but what do I need to remember about that D and dear? That's right, it needs to be uppercase. Always begin with an uppercase letter, the rest are lowercase. When I'm writing my words, I need to make sure I put space between. Smarties is a name, your name. And so it gets an uppercase. Down, that's a bouncer letter. It's a curved back letter. It's a stick letter. Now notice when I made my I didn't make a big old huge circle. It just has a little dot. We have a punctuation mark at the end of our greeting, and that would be a comma. Tells us to pause. Let's see. Spaces in between. If I can fit everything in here. my closing. Abbreviation period. And we're ready to find all the things that will help us read this message. I see several interesting punctuation marks. We'll start with popcorn words. When you see one, please clap so I know you're right. Sing with me, please. Dear Mom, D-E-A-R, dear Mom. No popcorn words there. One is hiding. Two is written with a T and then an O. And, oh, another, thank you, is. I spell is I-S-I-S. It doesn't have a Z. Okay. No. No. Oh, thanks for clapping. What? W-H-A-T, what you gonna do? W-H-A-T, what you gonna do? W-H-A-T, what you gonna do? No matter what, don't you make a U. There's you. Can you remember the song? Let me think. Y-O-U spells Y-O-U spells utility-U. And here's one more. I can't remember the song. It's My Little Dog, but I don't remember the tune. So can you sing it at home? Good job. And we have love. Love is written L-O-V-E, L-O-V-E. I love you, and I do. There we go. There are all of our popcorn words that will help us to read. They just keep popping up all over the place. That's why we call them popcorn words. Now we're going to be looking for our chunks. If you see one, let me know. There is one hiding in deer. Deer is a popcorn word because it comes up all the time. But we see the vowels that are together that are not some of the vowels from our chunk chart. So we know that when two vowels go a-walking, here's the feet. The first one does the talking and the second one is silent, which makes that a long E. We don't say the A sound, D-E-R, deer. Oh, that's a blend. We'll wait. But thanks. We'll put the blue under the blend. There's one. A-R says R, like a pirate. R. I-E-S is like a bunch of E's. So put some E's here. And that says E's. Yes, you are right. There's one there. A-Y and E-Y say A, like in apron. Make a long sound over that. There's a O-U. You were right. O-U says ow, like in ouch. So let me make my Band-Aid here. Not a very good Band-Aid today. There we go. And Y at the end of a big word says E. At the end of a little word says I. There's a name. Can you recognize who it is? One of our favorites, our Bossy E, jumps over the consonant and says, hey vowel, say your long sound. So the Bossy E is silent, but very bossy. Jumps over and says to that A to say its long sound. Consonant, vowel, consonant. The vowel is short. Okay. I think that's all of them. If you find any more than that, you can always send me a note, email me and let me know that I missed something. Or you can text me, remind me. When we look along here, we have our comma. Boys and girls, what does our comma tell us? To pause. We go along here and we find our period. It tells us that is the end of this whole idea. We're going to stop at the end of that sentence, and don't forget the uppercase next, which we didn't forget. And we come along, there's another punctuation mark, another stopper period, which tells us to stop, and don't forget the uppercase next. And did we? We did not. There's the uppercase, and we go to the end. Wait a minute. That's not a period. That is a question mark. A question mark means that the sentence is wanting to know something, and it tells us that it is a question. So many times when we have a question, our voice goes up as we say it. Here we have, oh, there's another one. That's for our closing. The comma tells us to pause. And then here's another period, but it's not a stopper period. It's an abbreviation period. It tells us that this word was bigger and we made it littler. I think we're ready to try and read. What else? Oh, blends. You're right, blends. There are some blends. Let me get blue, because blue starts with blends. Blah, blah, they start the same. So I'm looking for two, there's one of them. Please do the blend with me. S, m, sm, sm, sm. And we're looking for, we'll see, no more there. Blends here. Oh, there's another one. The CL blend. K, L, cl, cl, cl. And, oh, that's not a blend, but we're going to need to mark that one because that's a digraph. There we go. We have our special digraphs where we have two letters that go together to make a different sound. Can you see that green? There we go. All right, I think we're ready to start. So we have 1.5 minutes left to read it, and then we need to move on with a different movie. Ear, dear, art, ease. Bunch of e's there. To, a is cloud, e. Riley, egg, s. We see two consonants together. Do we say g, g? No, we just say one. Eggs. What? Id, you, and do love Mrs. Smolak. So let's read our whole message all together. See my handy little baby one? Dear Smarties, today is cloudy. Riley made eggs. What did you do? Love, Mrs. Smolak. So Riley sent me pictures on remind of the eggs that she made for her window for egg hunts for anyone who is walking in their neighborhood. And so if you would let me know what you are doing, I can include that in my morning message also. Have a great day. I love you and miss you.